Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. I just want to make you aware of a fight that occurred on a Black Country boxing promotions card that was shown on YouTube on Friday night, and it was a really good fight. How many times have we said domestic dust-ups are very often the most entertaining? And it was between IJAZ Ahmed and MARCEL BRAITHWAITE, and it was for the vacant British super-fly title, and Braithwaite came in as the Commonwealth champ, so you got two belts on the line. It was a rematch from a fight in March of this year where they fought to a split draw, and it was just very entertaining, very entertaining. What I'll do is I'll leave the link in the descriptions box if you want to go and have a look at it. But it was a tear-up, and that's quite that's a bit of a surprise in a sense. I mean, the first fight was entertaining, but I don't think either man was ever really that bothered by the other guy's punches. And it's not surprising because Ahmed came in with 10 wins, only 1 KO, 2 defeats on points and 3 draws. And Braithwaite had 15 wins, none by KO, 3 defeats all on points and 1 draw. So we've got a lot of draws considering the amount of fights that were had, and no one's been stopped. Only one fight ended inside the distance for Ahmed, none for Braithwaite, and you thought this has got 12 rounds written all over it. And for most of the fight it looked that way. The reason it was so excited, and it was like a better version of the first fight, even though the first fight was good, is that Ahmed has a style where he looks big for the weight, quite almost muscle bound, you know, but a big unit, you know. And he's got a come forward style where he will throw huge, hurtful punches, or attempt to hurt the guy. He'll load up with punches. He'll fight consistently, always going forward, trying to cut off the ring. And Braithwaite is a guy who will fight on the back foot. He doesn't mind, you know, using the full size of the ring, the perimeter of the ring. He'll skip around, he'll do the occasional spin, he'll give the guy all sorts of angles. And that was always going to be a problem for Ahmed as far as setting himself and generating some power goes. Well, Braithwaite, having said that, isn't really a runner. I suppose in some respects he does run, but there's more to him than that. Because when he's not running, he's prone to these sort of outbursts of attack. And he will get in your face, and it's a very sort of strange hybrid style he has, and it can leave the opponent thinking, oh, you know, what's he going to do next, you know. Whereas Ahmed was more sort of straight up and down. I'm coming forward, like a very poor man's Errol Spence type, you know. But the styles really did gel, and in the first round Ahmed came out putting it on Braithwaite straight away, straight after him, you know, cutting the ring off, moving forward, letting his hands go. And then halfway through the round, Braithwaite sort of exploded into activity, pushed Ahmed back with a real explosive outburst. And that, generally speaking, was how the fight went, you know. Now, this rematch was the first fight for Ahmed. And the first fight took place in, like I say, in March. But since between March and at the moment now, Braithwaite had picked up the Commonwealth title with a good 12-round decision over Ryan Farag, who's a seasoned operator. So he was Commonwealth champ. But those 12 rounds, plus the other 12 against Ahmed in the first fight in March, I mean, this guy's got an engine on him. This really proves that he had no problem, no confidence issues with going the 12 rounds. Whereas Ahmed, no real problems, you know. He'd been 12 rounds in a couple of draws, not just the Braithwaite one, but Kazay Kadimi, he had a split draw with him. And he had another split draw. We actually had 2 split draws with Kazay Kadimi. One was in 2021 and the other was in 2022. So he knows it can go 12 rounds as well. So you just thought this has got 12 rounds written all over it. Until the 9th round, where As usual, Ahmed's coming forward, looking to hand hurtful punches, being kind of square on, and Braithwaite backed into a corner again. Nothing unusual about seeing him on the ropes or in the corners, but he'll skirt around the ring. He won't stay there for long. It'll be a couple of seconds, then he's off again. He was kind of looking as if he was getting back to the ropes or maybe back into a corner, and suddenly he exploded and landed a wicked right hand to the body. And then as Ahmed fell forward, I think there was a left hook and then a right hand which caught him on the temple and completely scrambled Ahmed's senses. Ahmed got up, but he was on rubber legs, there's no doubt about it, and the right hand was on the wall. He got chased around the ring. Suddenly the roles were reversed. Ahmed not really throwing much back, didn't seem to really fully know where he was. Braithwaite tore after him, pushed him onto the ropes, was landing punches. Ahmed tried to escape but sort of stumbled. His glove touched down, and then the referee stepped in just as the towel came in, leaving Marcel Braithwaite as the British and Commonwealth super flyweight champ. But this was a very, very entertaining domestic dust-up, and even though the YouTube film of it, it's like you're sitting ringside. There aren't multiple cameras, so you've just got to imagine you're sitting sitting ringside. Maybe maximise your computer screen or your tablet screen and watch it like that. Still a very, very good fight. It's a shame this wasn't shown on terrestrial telly, because this is the type of fight that really garners interest for real boxing. We know a lot about the YouTuber stuff, but this was real boxing. So this was real boxing. Good domestic level boxing. Great dust up. Go and have a look at it. Tell me what you think. And yeah, what can I tell you? I'll leave the link in the description box. Thank you as always for your time. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and hit the like button as well if you don't mind, and spread the word about Joe Stunner Boxing. Well done to Marcel Braithwaite. Commiserations to IJAZ Ahmed. Ahmed's 30 now, and I think Braithwaite is roughly the same age, 29, 30, 31, that sort of age. So neither of them is ancient. But go and have a look, tell me what you think. Thanks a lot, and bye for now.